What up? What up? What up? It's your boy JB coming right back at you. Welcome back to the channel. Draymond Green says he's tired of the stigma associated with him. Man, if y'all saw the game last night at the time of this recording, the game on Thursday night, Draymond Green ended up getting a dead ball technical foul after the hit on Nas Reed, I believe it was. And I'm watching this game and I'm watching it unfold. And you already knew Golden State wasn't going to win this game the moment Minnesota came out more focused and that kind of thing. The only shot Golden State had at winning this game is if Anthony Edwards would have stayed out after he injured his ankle. But that's not the point. That's not the talk of what happened. We're not talking about Minnesota winning. We're talking about Draymond Green now saying he's tired of the stigma associated with him of this angry black man that's out of control. He said he knows he's one of the best basketball players. He knows he's a great ball player. He understands the game and that kind of stuff. Guys, I said Golden State just lost this series. You asking me my personal opinion? Golden State just lost this series. Jimmy Butler couldn't get a rest. They had to put Jimmy Butler back in the game to get Draymond off the floor. Steph Curry tried to calm him down. Nobody could do anything with him. But yet he does not want the stigma associated with that. You can't do that behavior and then don't want the stigma. Guys, I'm a Draymond fan. I called for the Warriors to actually win the championship this year. Okay, now that was before Steph got hurt and all that, but either way, I'm sticking to it. I'm a fan of Draymond. I'm a fan of Draymond's podcast with Baron Davis and that kind of thing. He does a hell of a job. I like him when he's on Inside the NBA when the Warriors didn't make it to the playoffs. I think fundamentally the guy's a good dude. I think he's a good dude. But I think it's time for him to understand that the older he gets, the more the act gets tired. And I've never heard anybody say angry black man when they talk about Draymond Green. What I hear is volatile, and you don't know when the smallest thing triggers it. And when he said that last night, I think he made the situation worse. Because in essence, Draymond, when you do these flailing acts after you get fouled and the things you do to try to get a foul, the players are figuring you out now. And then they just lay on the floor and wait for the ref to actually call it. They're figuring you out. You're this close to getting suspended for a game. You guys are already going to be dealing with a Steph Curry that's injured and that kind of thing. You don't need that night. And guess what? Even if y'all lost game two, you still got game one, so y'all are still good to go back to the Chase Center and close this out because you got home court advantage. But let's be honest, guys. Draymond got to understand that if that is a stigma associated with him, he did it to himself. Guys, let me tell you this. I've been called an angry black man. There's a lot of people who think I'm angry. I got a short fuse. I got a hot head and that kind of thing. Well, guess what, guys? The number one reason people think that is because my mindset is I'm fighting, scratching, and clawing for everything I want to achieve. Now, you may not have that same sense of urgency, but that's what I got in me, right? So I'm not out here to make friends. I'm not out here to be cool. I'm out here to get what I believe is mine and then some. So a lot of people, it's going to come across like that, but I do mine in the name of business. I can back off of that mentality when I know I don't have an enemy. But a lot of times, the moment you walk out of your house, you're dealing with an enemy. You're dealing with an enemy who's trying to make sure you're not getting what you're supposed to get. Well, with Draymond had a chance to change this whole series by keeping a level head, and helping Jimmy Butler get game two. But now, here's the story we're talking about. We're talking about Draymond. And Draymond is hurting this team by trying to be right. And he thinks that people are targeting him. But at the end of the day, guys, they call stereotypes for a reason, right? They're called stereotypes for a reason. I'll tell y'all a funny story. A lot of times when I go into a bar, I ain't gonna order Hennessy, right? Because what stereotype is Hennessy associated with? It's associated with black people drinking it. Well, the funny part is, it's true. But cognac and Hennessy is also enjoyed by white people. Black people just got a swag with Hennessy, though. It's a swag thing for us. It's a culture thing for us. I don't care that it's made in France and all that stuff or how it's distilled. No, I don't care about all of that. Draymond got to realize this. This behavior is distracting from the quality of his influence. The quality of his influence. I don't care if you're an angry black man. I'm a root for you, but now it's starting to become a distraction, preventing you from getting ring number 5, preventing you from being considered in that room of greats. Because you could have gotten that game last night if you would have settled in. Y'all got that lead down to 7. And if your head would have been on straight, that momentum could have stayed and y'all could have gone back to San Francisco up 2-0. Stereotypes are there for a reason, guys. I don't think that's the case for Draymond Green, but Draymond Green better be glad that he's hella good at the Draymond Green show. Because with an attitude like that, it gets away because he's a basketball player. But as he gets older, that act ain't going to work no more. And I think that right now, his behavior is getting in the way of what he actually said about himself, which is he's a hell of a basketball player. Yeah, but don't nobody care when you're getting suspended, when you're blowing up on the court, blowing up against your coaches, all this kind of stuff. When realistically, you're changing the whole function of the game when you shouldn't, guys. Everybody's a fan of Draymond. Everybody knows what Draymond likes to do, but it's becoming a distraction in the playoffs, and they need him with Steph being out. Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about the antics of Draymond Green. Do you think he's an angry black man? Do you think he's being unfairly maligned in the NBA by these referees and that kind of thing? Or are they justified how they call the game on him, man? Y'all get down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Is Jeff crazy or is Jeff on to something? If you hadn't already, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell for notifications. And until next time, I'm going to holler.